Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 2x4 test tent with another unboxing video, another in the our cheap Amazon lights any good series. This one is gonna be interesting. It's got a remote control and a few other features that we haven't seen before, so let's take a look at it. We've got, of course, the par meter, the heat meter, the meter, the watt meter, and baby katana here. So let's get all the meters out of the way and get into the box. Now, this did come from Amazon, but I've been getting a lot of new stuff from Amazon, moving into a new house here, and I opened the box already, so I figured I wouldn't waste time with that. It's just a box in a box anyway, so let's see what we have inside. Alright, little card, thank you for choosing us, with all the service info, how to contact them, contents, got a little bit of a info on the remote, plus info on the light if you want to look at that. We got, here we go, warranty. 30-day money back and 24-month warranty from date of purchase. So 2-year warranty. Hanging kit. Here's the remote with batteries. Oh, they give you a screwdriver. That means there's going to be some assembly. I've never seen a grow light come with a screwdriver before. That's cool, but also interesting because what am I going to have to assemble? Well, here's the power cord that's got a Y splitter. Well, that's interesting. Okay. And then we've got a plate, just a metal plate. This is very interesting so far. And it gets even more interesting. Look at that driver. Wow, this thing's a trip. So there's the board. Oh, let's see if we can get it out of here. The plastic's like stuck to the front. There we go. So it has that kind of sticky coating on the front like a lot of them do. And it didn't really mesh well with that plastic. But check that out. Ultra thin, of course. Pretty generic looking board, I would say. There's no logos or anything on it. It just looks like a quantum board with the driver strapped to the back. There's not a whole lot of info on the driver except for on the side here. Give you a look at the info. So yeah, this is like nothing I've ever tested before with this little baby driver, and it just looks super generic. Like, wow, this is crazy. Grow lights off a Wish. Alright. So let's set that aside. There's more stuff in here. Oh. I wondered how this was going to work, because I thought this light was bigger than the box. And now I see why they sent a screwdriver. Because I'm going to have to put these two panels together. Now I know why there's a double plug adapter. Wow. So yeah, this is very different from anything I've tested before, really. So there again, we got the same thing. Same style board. Got the same coating, very sticky on the front. Pretty decent on the coating though. Covers the diodes pretty well. It makes noise, like a lot of noise. There we go. Alright, nothing else in the box. Nope, we're empty. So, alright, well let's get to assembling this thing and let's see how she looks all put together. Okay, so here we are with both the boards the way they're supposed to be put together. You bind them together with this plate, and then you have nuts and bolts essentially, so put through there and screw it together. And yeah, that's something you could do, but I kind of see this as a good opportunity to properly space these lights out instead of putting them close together, which is really not the best way to do it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just improve on their design. Get rid of that, and then we're going to go ahead and space these suckers out like that so that they evenly cover the tent. And that's how I'm going to test it. I'm going to treat this as a 2-pack of boards. I think the Y splitter will reach. Let's see here. Yep, sure as shit. There we go. So there's our splitter. So yeah, we can get power to both of these separately, and it shouldn't affect the light at all, because the only thing connecting them is this metal strip. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And another thing, this thing takes the cake on the longest wire hanger setup I've ever seen. This is like almost 4 feet long of a wire hanger. That's how long they want you to hang this from. Wow. Wow. Okay, so yeah, let's see how this works. Alright guys, we are back, and this is how I ended up actually setting them up. This is the best way to cover the space. Split them up, evenly spaced. It looks pretty good. I'm digging it. It's 2 boards for the, well, 2 boards for the price of 2, but it's 2 boards for 1 light. We're getting pretty close to, never mind. I don't want to get my video removed. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Everything works good. The little splitter here has plenty of space to hang them separately. Each light has its own driver and its own power cord, so it's really just its own little autonomous light, and if you want to connect them together, you can use this to do so, but you don't really need to do that, which is cool. So it's very very versatile. You probably want to connect them together if you had a 3x3, but if you want to configure them into a 4x2 like this would be ideal. As far as controlling them goes, it's pretty cool. It actually has this this remote where you can go all the way up max, so all the way down. It's actually pretty nice. It was really easy to set up. Just held this button down and it connected to the lights. Connects to both of them at the same time. And yeah, so far so good. It also does have a timer feature. You can hit that and you can choose how many hours you want it to be on from that point. So you have to set it like right then, and it'll be on for 12 hours and then shut off. And then you can change that to 6 or whatever. But I'm just going to use it in this mode here. Pretty neat. And this remote works for a long ways away. I'm in the new house here, and I went to the other end of the house from where this room is, and it still works through walls and everything. Like, this remote is actually pretty killer. Pretty cool. But let's get the camera on for the wattage here. Get that fired up. There we go. And now you can see what kind of wattage we're pushing at the minimum setting. This is the lowest setting. Then we'll see what kind of par we're hitting. Right in the middle. So 87, that's clone worthy. 95 in the middle of that one. 71 on the end, turn it in. 76. Same thing. Yep, same thing. So really even spacing as far as the light goes. I really like this orientation of having one in this 2x2 space and one in this 2x2 space. Really, really nice. So let's get this back in the middle and we'll kick it up a notch. And that brings us to 172. Which is a little light to veg with, still good for like seedlings. I would say seedlings for that would be fine. And it's already pretty even spread, so I'm not going to really move it around much. Let's just keep going up. 256 on the next level. And we're at, what, 91 watts? Not bad, not bad. Next level up. 338. Now we are in pretty decent veg territory. And this, of course, as usual, is at 16 inches. Let me get the meter out, show you guys. 16 inches as usual. 16 inches. 16 inches. There we go. So yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's max it out and see where we end up. So that's all the way up. Won't go up anymore. 435, which is a strong veg. A really strong veg. Not really quite what I would want to flower with. 460 there in the middle. The spread is nice though. Like the spread is not too bad. These lights really need to be run closer. So I'm going to go ahead and run these down to, they're at 16 now, I'm going to run it down to 12 inches. And we're going to see if we can hit some decent 600s, maybe even push 700 hopefully, and get some decent flowering levels. So I will be right back. Alright, we are back. And we are now at 12 inches. As you can see, all the way across. And let's see what we hit. 570. See, now we can flower with that. I mean, it's not as strong as what some people would like to see, of course, but I have flowered with 500 and it works just fine. You get decent smoke. You're not going to get massive overpowering yields, but you're only using 166 watts. 166 watts. That's nuts. To power an entire 2x4 tent with 166 watts, that's pretty nice. So let's bring this over to the center of this light. 673. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go to the very corner without lifting it up. 406. Turn it in. 420. 420 on the side. A little bit low. Corner going to be fairly low. And I mean, you can move these around a little bit and try and get them to where you'd like. This is pretty well centered from where I've been able to measure, both this way and this way. They're even gap on each end and even gap on each side. So I don't know. You might be able to get it centered better, but who knows? Let's check the inside here with reflection. 370. So, I mean, it's very low wattage, which means it's also very low heat. And you will get buds. Like for certain. 100%. And we're still pushing 530. It's like on the edge of the panel here. So not bad. Not bad at all. They don't get too hot because they're not really pushing a whole lot of power. But we're going to let them warm up and see what kind of heat we can get off of them. I'm going to see how this driver is going to heat up here. Here's another look at the driver that's used. It's pretty neat though that both of them are controlled by the remote. So you can run it up and down however you want. But let's go ahead and let it warm up and see what happens. Alright, we're back. These have had a chance to warm up and settle in. It looks like the wattage went down a couple of watts. Down to 164, 63, 62-ish. Not a big drop. Some of these lights, the driver goes up when it warms up. Some of them, it goes down when it warms up. Some of them don't do much of anything. So it's always good to check that. We're still at the same par approximately, of course. I did notice that on their warranty, or their little customer service card here, you flip it over and it says if you contact them, they promise you can get extended 1 more year warranty. Now I don't know if that's like something you can purchase, or if you just get that for like registering it with them, registering the product. I'm not sure, but you might want to look into that, because that, if that's an extra year, that would make it a 3-year warranty, which is on par more of most of the companies there. And then they have this other customer service thing too, if you're not happy, that sort of thing. But as far as the heat goes, let's take a look and see what we can see here. And yeah, it's not running very hot. The driver is pretty warm, but still not all that warm. A lot of the drivers are running 125 to 130 that I test. The board is definitely low. 86. That's crazy. 116, 120. See, now that driver's hotter. Wonder why that is. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe it has to do with the side of it. Maybe it's hitting the side, not the top. But yeah, this driver is definitely a little bit warmer than this one. So that's an interesting find there. But the board itself is barely warm to the touch. Like, this is much cooler than a lot of the boards that I touch and test. No issues putting my hand on here. It's not going to melt your cables or your cords. No issue at all. Now the driver is, it's hot, but it's not uncomfortably hot. It's not like burn your hand immediately hot. As you can tell, I'm not jerking my hand off of it because it hurts. Because it doesn't. Yeah, that's totally manageable. Man, that's crazy. Overall, I mean, I gotta be kind of impressed by this setup. It's gonna flower. I mean, you're not in the massive par range, but 650, 660, 530 in the middle, 450 on the side. You're not really doing bad. And you're not really doing bad, especially at 164 friggin' watts. That's pretty damn good. So, I don't know, man. And the remote's pretty cool. My only concerns are we don't know what brand the diodes are, and we don't know what brand the driver is. The Those are my only concerns, are the parts that are used. It does look fairly generic and kind of lower end, as if they kind of cut some corners and saved as much money as they could. But I don't know, the thing works. That's the weird thing about all the new LEDs, even the cheaper ones. Like, the LED tech has come so far that even the cheaper ones are using better technology than the LEDs that came out even 5 years ago. So these lights, if these lights could go back in time 5 years, they would be one of the top selling lights on the market. To give you perspective, like, we're so lucky. We're so lucky in this day and age to have such amazing selection in LEDs. And with a 3-year warranty, it might make it worth it to take a chance on this. I mean, you're only pushing 160 watts. That's going to be next to nothing to cool. 4-inch fan, good to go. Maybe even run it at half. Like, yeah, super stealth grow. Super stealth grow. So, I don't know. I would give this a definite possible buy for somebody in the right situation. If this is meeting your criteria for what you need, hey, you found your light. If not, you know, I'll be reviewing some more. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review. And until next time, happy growing.